Welcome to Seattle, the city that never stops raining. Are you tired of sunshine, friendly neighbors, and affordable living? Then boy, do I have the city for you. Welcome to Seattle, Washington, where the coffee is strong, the tech scene is stronger, and the only thing wetter than our winters is the fleece lining of every resident's soul. Over the next few minutes, we'll take a deep dive into the soggy reality of life in the Emerald City. And look, I'm not saying it's all bad, but I am saying that if you move here expecting sunshine and rainbows, you're going to end up with a vitamin D deficiency and a profound sense of disappointment. Forget your sunglasses. In Seattle, they're just a fashion faux pas. With over 150 days of rain annually, you'll become best friends with your raincoat. Umbrellas? That's how we spot the tourists. Seriously, the moment you whip out an umbrella, everyone around you will know. You'll be marked. You may as well wear a flashing neon sign that says, "Hello, I'm new here, and I haven't yet succumbed to the soul-crushing realization that it will probably rain every day for the rest of my life." But don't worry, you'll get used to it. Eventually, you'll learn to embrace the dampness. You'll start to find a perverse sort of joy in the way the rain transforms the city into a shimmering, atmospheric dreamscape. Or maybe you'll just buy a really good therapist. Either way, you'll find a way to cope. Looking to make new friends? Good luck. Our residents are experts in polite detachment. Expect friendly nods, but don't hold your breath for an invitation to coffee. It's not you, it's us. We're not mean, not really. We're just reserved. Okay, fine, maybe we're a little bit mean, but it's only because we've been hurt before. We've all been that person, the one who's new in town and eager to make friends, only to be met with blank stares and awkward silences. So, we've learned to protect ourselves, we've built up walls, and also, we're probably just really, really busy staring at our phones and pretending not to notice you. Think you know coffee? Think again. In Seattle, coffee is more than just a morning pick-me-up. It's a way of life, a culture, and for some, almost a sacred ritual. Seattleites take their brew seriously. Here, coffee isn't just a drink, it's an experience, a moment to savor, and a topic of endless discussion. Order a simple coffee and prepare for a lesson on the nuances of single-origin, fair-trade organic beans with a hint of pretentiousness. You might even get a mini lecture on the importance of the roast profile and the altitude at which the beans were grown. In Seattle, coffee isn't just a beverage, it's a religion. People gather at their favorite coffee spots like congregants at a church, sharing their latest coffee discoveries and brewing techniques. And like any good religion, it comes with its own set of arcane rules and rituals. From the precise grind size to the exact water temperature, every detail matters. So unless you want to be branded a heretic, you'd better learn the lingo. Terms like cupping, bloom, and mouthfeel are part of the everyday vernacular here. Don't even think about asking for a regular coffee. That's like walking into a Michelin-starred restaurant and ordering a regular meal. You'll get looks of disbelief and maybe even a gentle scolding. Here, that's like walking into a Michelin-starred restaurant and ordering a regular meal. Instead, be prepared to discuss the tasting notes of your Ethiopian Yirgacheffe like you're a sommelier at a wine tasting. Instead, be prepared to discuss the tasting notes of your Ethiopian Yirgacheffe like you're a sommelier at a wine tasting. You'll need to know your beans, your brews, and your baristas. And, for God's sake, don't even get me started on the pour-over method. This is the pinnacle of coffee snobbery, requiring a level of precision and patience that borders on the obsessive. That's a whole other level of coffee snobbery that I don't even have time to get into right now. But trust me, in Seattle, coffee is an art form, and every cup tells a story. Chapter 4. Traffic, your new hobby. Love spending time in your car? Well, Seattle's traffic is here to help. With some of the worst congestion in the nation, you'll have plenty of time to enjoy our overcast views from the comfort of your vehicle. Rush hour in Seattle is less of an hour and more of a daily existential crisis. It's a time for quiet contemplation, for coming to terms with the futility of your existence, for wondering if you'll ever see your loved ones again. But hey, at least you'll have plenty of time to catch up on your podcasts. Or, If you're feeling really ambitious, you could probably learn a new language, or write a novel, or, just scream into the void, whatever helps you pass the time. Chapter 5: Housing Prices That Reach the Clouds. Dreaming of owning a home? Keep dreaming. With sky-high real estate prices, you'll get the thrill of paying a mortgage without the burden of homeownership. Remember that dream you had of buying a charming little bungalow with a white picket fence and a spacious backyard? Yeah, well, in Seattle, that dream is about as realistic as finding a unicorn riding a Pegasus while wearing a hat made of solid gold. Here, even the most dilapidated shack can cost more than the GDP of a small island nation. And don't even think about trying to negotiate. The sellers hold all the cards, and they know it. So prepare to say goodbye to your savings, your sanity, and any hope you ever had of owning a piece of the American dream. Chapter 6: Join the Tech Talk. Not in tech? Prepare to feel out of the loop. The tech world can be an intimidating place for outsiders, filled with complex jargon and rapid advancements. In conversations dominated by the latest in coding languages and startup jargon, you'll soon appreciate the art of nodding along. It's a skill you'll quickly develop, even if you don't understand a word. In Seattle, tech is king. The city is a bustling hub of innovation and technology, with major companies setting the pace. It's everywhere you look, from the ubiquitous Amazon Go stores to the armies of software engineers who roam the streets, their faces illuminated by the ghostly glow of their laptops. The tech culture permeates every corner of the city. If you're not in tech, be prepared to feel like an outsider. The sense of exclusion can be overwhelming at times. Conversations will be filled with terms like blockchain, machine learning, and disruptive innovation. These buzzwords are the currency of the tech world, and you'll be lucky if you can understand even half of what's being said. The language barrier is real, and it can make you feel lost. But don't worry, you'll get used to it. Over time, you'll learn to navigate these conversations with ease. Eventually, you'll develop a kind of selective hearing, tuning out the tech jargon and focusing on the important things in life, like where to find the best craft beer or how to avoid getting hit by a cyclist on your way to work. Life in Seattle has its own rhythm, and soon you'll be dancing to its beat. Chapter 7: Outdoor Adventures. When it's not raining. On the rare sunny day, join the masses as they flock to the outdoors. Seattle, known for its frequent rain, transforms into a bustling hub of outdoor activity when the sun finally peeks through the clouds. The parks become alive with families having picnics, friends playing frisbee, and children running around, making the most of the precious sunshine. Enjoy packed trails and crowded parks, because nothing says solitude like sharing a hiking path with half the city. Seattleites love the outdoors. The trails, usually serene and quiet, turn into a lively parade of hikers, joggers, and dog walkers. It's a testament to the city's love for nature and the outdoors. And by outdoors, I mean any patch of grass or concrete that's not currently being drenched by the relentless rain. Even the smallest green spaces in the city become hotspots for relaxation and socializing. People spread out blankets, read books, or simply bask in the rare sunshine. So, on those rare occasions when the sun does decide to grace us with its presence, be prepared for an all-out assault on the city's parks and trails. The energy is palpable as everyone rushes to make the most of the good weather. It's almost like a citywide celebration. You'll be hard-pressed to find a parking spot within a 5-mile radius of any hiking trailhead. The parking lots fill up quickly, and the streets nearby are lined with cars. It's a small price to pay for a day out in nature. And once you do manage to find a place to park, you'll be sharing the trail with hordes of other hikers, all of whom seem to have had the same idea as you. The trails are bustling with activity, and you might find yourself in a long line of people, all eager to enjoy the outdoors. But hey, at least you'll be getting some fresh air. The crisp, clean air is a refreshing change from the usual indoor environment. It's a chance to reconnect with nature and recharge your batteries. And who knows, you might even make a friend or two. The shared experience of enjoying the outdoors can lead to new friendships and connections. It's a great way to meet like-minded people who share your love for nature. Just don't expect to have a moment of peace and quiet. The parks and trails are filled with the sounds of laughter, conversation, and the occasional bark of a dog. It's a lively, vibrant atmosphere that makes the most of the rare sunny days in Seattle. Chapter 8. Embrace the Quirks. From the Fremont Troll to the gum wall, Seattle offers attractions that are as charming as they are unsanitary, perfect for those who prefer their art with a side of germs. Seattle is a weird city. There's no denying it, but that's part of what makes it so great. Where else can you find a giant troll sculpture clutching a real Volkswagen Beetle? Or a wall covered in millions of pieces of chewed gum? Or a statue of Lenin that was once the centerpiece of a Slovakian uprising? Only in Seattle. So, embrace the weirdness, let your freak flag fly, and don't be afraid to get a little bit messy. After all, you're in Seattle now. Outro. So if you're ready to trade in sunshine for overcast skies and embrace the drizzle, warm greetings for chilly receptions and cozy coffee shops and affordable living for high expenses, Seattle is eagerly waiting to not welcome you. Just kidding, sort of. Look, Seattle might not be perfect, but it's home. And like any good dysfunctional relationship, we wouldn't trade it for the world. Mostly. Disclaimer. This ad is sponsored by the Coalition to Keep Seattle Exactly the Way It Is.